Chapter 1. The Basics on Reflexology. A synopsis. This is a popular form of detecting and addressing any possible ailments, illnesses, or diseases the body may be undergoing. In ancient times, this method was used to ensure that any possible negative problems in the body are arrested before it progresses to a point where it would be difficult to treat. The basics: using reflexology to restore the equilibrium balance by means of the foot or hand is a rather strange but totally accurate. Many people have tried reflexology to address specific medical problems with overwhelmingly successful results. The pressure sensors in the feet and hands are all connected to various parts of the body's systems. It functions like a network of intricate connections flowing from one to the other. By using reflexology, the experienced practitioner is able to pinpoint the cause of the problem and manipulate it through a succession of pressure points on the feet or palms of the hands. All these sensors work and respond to the sometimes light, but mostly painful pressures on the feet and hands. Other deviations, but equally suitable forms of reflexology, are walking on a pebble path, using foot massages that simulate reflexology movements, and using rollers. Surprisingly, other simple tools like a golf ball can also be used as reflexology item, though they are not as good as the original natural way of the thumb and finger. Reflexology sessions ideally last for about 30–45 minutes, as any longer might cause undue stress to the already pain-heightened situation. The reflexologist uses pressure, stretches, and movements to work the foot methodically, after which an assessment on the body condition may be given. Chapter 2. What are the reflexology points and areas? A synopsis. Ideally, the chart on the subject on reflexology reflects the various pressure points and their corresponding parts of the different organs, glands, structures, and systems of the anatomy. These charts can also be looked upon as maps of the intricate workings of the human body. The areas, though popularly accepted as a foot and hand, palm-focused style of treatment, there are also instances of having the reflexology points in the ear area. Simply put, reflexology sessions strive to open up the stubble energy channels, thus directing reflexology pressure points to stimulation mode. The ear also has various pressure points, which are connected to the autonomic functions of the heart and stomach. When addressed, these pressure points seem to successfully invoke stronger autonomic responses in the cardiac and gastric systems when compared to the foot or palms. The ear lobes seem to contain master sensory points, which affect the eyes, pineal, and pituitary glands. According to medical research, there are 10 zones or meridians that are logistically located in the human body. For instance, when pressure is applied to the big toe, the benefits are seen in the brain area. Likewise, when pressure is applied to the base of the foot, it treats the neck and throat ailments. Pressure on the ball of the foot puts the connection through to the lungs and heart. The foot arch, when pressured, affects the adrenals, kidneys, gastrointestinal tract, and bladder. The middle of the foot, when pressured, affects the waistline, while the ankle bone affects sexual functions. Being supposedly easy to detect these various pressure points and their connections for treatment is not reason enough to completely discontinue an ongoing medical treatment program. Even if reflexology is considered as an added complementing factor, a doctor's opinion should always be sought, especially if the illness is serious. Chapter 3. Assisting the cardiovascular system. Ideally, when treating a particular illness, ailment, or disease, it should not be the practice to only address the particular area affected, But besides focusing on the affected area, the other parts of the body should also be looked into. In the heart, when a reflexologist treats an individual, this is the primary concern. The reflexologist not only focuses on the problem, but also try to ensure all the other connecting factors are addressed too. Therefore, the individual facing cardiovascular problems should expect to be treated holistically, as the art of reflexology demands. As the cardiovascular system is made up of various corresponding parts, which are the heart, arteries, veins, arterioles, venules, and capillaries, it should be noted that the actual heart may not be the problem area. Its purpose is to carry all the nutrients and oxygen to the various parts of the body. When these are blocked for one reason or another, then reflexology is a good first address. Using reflexology to re-establish the optimum flow and circulation in the system is a good non-invasive way of treating the problem before it escalates to a more serious level. Using reflexology, the heart reflexes are addressed, as this organ is the instrument that pumps the blood throughout the body. Then the kidneys are the next in line to be addressed. The kidneys filter the blood constantly. The diaphragm and chest are also noted by the reflexologist, because these reflexes would be worked to encourage relaxation in the chest cavity and promote deeper breathing. Lastly, the spinal area is also checked. Located on the inner edges of the feet, the spine reflexes would be stimulated to promote communication through the nervous system. Sometimes reflexology can also be used in the case of an actual heart attack, though it is not recommended if there is immediate medical response available. Chapter 4. Assisting kidney function. A synopsis. The kidneys in a human body have a vital part to play in maintaining the body at its optimum levels. This organ is responsible for eliminating all the waste and toxins from the body's circulatory system. When there is a buildup of all these negative elements, the problems like renal failure may occur. Therefore, the cleansing method or condition the body should adopt to keep the negative buildups from occurring is by using reflexology. About the toxins, reflexology is a safe and proven method of addressing this before it becomes a major problem for the body system, making reflexology a good part of the healthcare regimen for an individual will help avoid any serious medical issues. Vectorial reflexology methods use very precise reflex points developed from the anatomy to eliminate any possible kidney problems. When starting a reflexology session, the individual hand and feet should be easily accessible. The reflexology kidney zone is in the palm, so by placing the individual's palm in the reflexologist's hands, and then applies pressure downwards between the index finger and the middle finger, rub in deep movements. After doing this for both palms, the reflexologist can now move on to the feet by rubbing the thumbs down the foot to the bottom of the arch in between the big toe and next to the other kidney zone is addressed. This area should be rubbed vigorously. All this is done for a reasonable period of time until the pain and discomfort disappears. In using the reflexology exercise, the intention is to create the ideal circumstance to assure the flow of energy is restored to its optimum levels again. These pressures should trigger the brain to discharge the negative direct current of regeneration into the deficient R of the body. The intention is to help clear the interstitial space of congestive debris and bring the body to a more efficient cellular level. Chapter 5. Help with PMS. A synopsis. All women go through the time where a menstrual cycle is part of their lives. The lucky ones breeze through this time of the month comfortably, while there are others who are not so lucky. They may experience symptoms like bloating, sleepless nights cravings, mood swings, and many others. For women, reflexology has been known to be able to provide some form of relief to ease the discomfort brought on by the menstrual cycle, or otherwise referred to as PMS. Most people who sought this method to address the discomfort endured every month have been pleased with the results. The reflexologist will begin the session from a holistic point of view. With this in mind, certain reflex parts will be emphasized as these areas are in direct correspondence to the body parts and organ being affected by the PMS condition. The reflexologist will spend an extra amount of time on the kidney reflex, or if the individual is complaining of bloating or of water retention symptoms. The glands and organs responsible for regulating the hormones would be another area the reflexologist would focus on, as this area generally affects the specific symptoms being experienced. The areas that might be addressed are as listed below. The brain, this area is pinpointed because of the serotonin pathways. Digestive system, also because of the serotonin element, which can be found in the intestinal walls. Central nervous system is another reflex area. Endocrine system reflexes, relaxation techniques using reflex points. This area of tension is addressed, as it does negatively affect the PMS cycle. Reflexology should only be sought if the PMS symptoms are fairly mild or irritatingly uncomfortable. If the PMS symptoms are of a more severe nature, other medical sources should be consulted first. As in all things disregarding proper medical treatment in favor of alternative style treatments, should only be done with the knowledge and advice of a medical physician familiar with the individual's medical condition. Chapter 6. Bettering quality of life for cancer patients. A synopsis. When an individual first discovers a dreaded disease like cancer is present in his or her body, the effects can be mentally devastating, to say the least. Most people fall apart initially. For the lucky ones, however, after absorbing the initial shock, they dive in and find out about the disease as much as possible, and also all the relevant styles of medical or natural treatments that are available. As some relief, reflexology has been one such discovery made. Many who use reflexology as a treatment that complements the ongoing medical treatment have attested to being completely satisfied with the positive results. The commencement and incorporation of reflexology into the general treatment regimen, of course, should only be done with a doctor's consent. When the reflexology therapy is used to treat the patient, it is done with various intentions in mind. Some of these intentions are to provide comfort and peace of mind, to lessen the impact of side effects caused by the medical treatments, such as pain, anxiety, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, stress, depression, and fatigue. Other areas also to be addressed by reflexology are the improvements of the quality of life after chemotherapy, mood swings, quality of sleep, morale, and vital signs. All cancer patients experience stress at various levels and at various intervals during the onset and treatment of the disease. As most negative medical conditions are somehow linked to causing more damage in the body system, reflexology can be used to correct the stress levels effectively. Reflexology is a gentle, effective tool used to assist in supporting and encouraging the patient to be in a better frame of mind and body. By trying to create some sense of harmony in an already traumatic condition, reflexology works to play a positive role in creating a healing environment during and after the course of medical treatments. Chapter 7. increasing energy and feelings of well-being. A synopsis: a good percentage of people today are very concerned with their health. This concern may lead them to take better care of the diet and prompt them to exercise more frequently and consistently. However, when there are medical problems, the first choice they usually make is to seek medical advice. While this is, of course, a wise thing to do, some other alternatives may solve the problem better without the individual having to ingest foreign elements into the body to treat the condition. The human body already comes with its own healing tools, but sometimes these tools just need that little help to ensure optimum successful results. Step up your vigor. One option to choose when experiencing mild medical problems is reflexology. Reflexology addresses the problem in a holistic manner and not just the problem itself. All contributing factors needs to be addressed while detecting the root cause and meting out the necessary pressures. As the toxins build up in our body systems, something should be done to address this condition before these said toxins begin to cause negative medical conditions. Reflexology helps to ensure all the body organs are working efficiently toward this goal. In a reputably conducted reflexology session, the individual can expect to benefit holistically because there are various aspects that are addressed. These include improving the general circulation in the body system, relieving pain, and stimulated the immune and nervous systems. Each body system is addressed individually with the intention of correcting any disorders that may be present. The blood circulation system is addressed because it contributes to the well-being condition of the varicose veins, hemorrhoids, and high blood pressure. In the case of the digestive system, reflexology is sought to keep the following conditions under control or eliminate them altogether: stomach upsets, stomach bloating, irritable bowel syndrome, colitis, diarrhea, and ulcers. The nervous system is for addressing any possible sleep disorders, depression, and lack of concentration or energy and memory loss. Chapter 8: Emotional Healing with Reflexology. A synopsis: the most common reason people seek out reflexology sessions is to ensure their stress levels are kept under control or eliminated altogether. This is because a stress-free body is a healthy body. Even if a foot massage is given without any real reflexology techniques, the receiver would be induced into a state of relaxation and peace. The more often an individual is able to have the peace and relaxation condition within the body system, the less stress levels are detected, is any at all. The mind, therefore, using reflexology to control emotions is beneficial to the overall health of an individual, as reflexology is used in general to support and encourage the body to right itself. It can be a major element in controlling the emotions that are the byproduct of various negative medical conditions. Reflexology can be used to resolve the negative emotional states brought on by anger, grief, fear, guilt, stress, jealousy, and depression. The negative energy is released out to the individual system using the various pressure points related to addressing this particular issue. As the meridian system is the communicator between all the various organs, any physiological systems, the energy flow can be sustained at an optimum level using reflexology. The effects of emotions have a direct impact on the health condition of the body, as previously pointed out. The body consists of fluids like blood, lymph, urine, sweat, semen, and cerebrospinal fluid, all of which are reflected in the feet and can be recognized by a trained and experienced reflexologist. The fluids need to be in a constant flowing motion, and when they are prevented from doing so, due to reasons like blockages, then the problem cycle begins. Using reflexology to remove these blockages through the various pressure points is a good non-invasive accepted action. Chapter 9. Boosting your immune system. A synopsis: the human immune system is the first line of defense the body has for addressing potential negative elements. These elements may consist of viruses, diseases, illnesses, and others. Understanding the immune system is very important to an individual who intends to always stay healthy. The whole body, besides removing waste matter of the different forms, the immune system is responsible for protecting the body from external influences that are harmful to the body and facilitating the smooth flow of the interstitial fluids. It also identifies all bacteria and pathogen cells and eliminates them. The immune system helps the various body parts to stay at optimum conditions in order to carry out all its particular functions successfully. The smooth flow of the fluids can sometimes cause complications to the other functioning organs when there is a blockage. Reflexology can address this blockage of fluids properly and in a reasonable amount of time. By listening to the bones, the reflexologist is able to tell if there are pulls in the connective tissues. If not remedied, these pulls can affect the fluid flow patterns in the body. Upon locating these pulls, the reflexologist would then begin working on the foot, palm, or ear areas to put pressure in specific points to try to relieve the area and relax the pulls until they reach their normal conditions. Reflexology is also beneficial as a preventive measure for good health, with particular attention being paid to the immune system. The individual is able to keep the balance of the equilibrium, thus aiding the body systems to work more efficiently. Regular treatments to address a specific problem, or just to ensure the body condition is in shape, is a good habit to form. If one's immune system is working efficiently, then there would be no need or a lesser need to visit the doctor so often. Also, the immune system will be able to fight off any outside infections more successfully. Chapter 10. How to do self-reflexology, find a practitioner, and possible side effects. A synopsis: it is interesting to note that reflexology can be done as self-help. In order to address certain specific problems, a careful study of a reflexology chart must be done. Visiting a certified reflexologist for the initial consultation before embarking on the path on one's own would be better. The inside info: specific illnesses and problems are treated by targeting specific points. This can be located at the foot, palm of the hands, and ears. The easiest form of self-reflexology is to follow these steps. While sitting comfortable, bring the foot up and rest it over the opposite knee. Lace your fingers with your toes and rotate the foot at the ankle clockwise, and then switch to anti-clockwise. Gently stretch the foot by pulling it upwards and back, all the while keeping the finger and toes laced. Place the ball of the foot or heel between both hands, placing the hands on either side of the foot gently, but firmly apply pressure to each part starting with the toes. Then alternate with a kneading motion. Forming knuckles, press the fist against the foot, and then apply pressure going in an up and down motion. May finish off with a lotion rub to address any missed areas. Wrapping up: though it may seem fairly easy to perform the reflexology moves on oneself, there are some precautions that need to be taken, and also some points that everyone needs to be wary of. Certain conditions may not permit the reflexology to be done on the feet, perhaps due to the pain factor. Then the exercise has to be equals done on the palms of the hands. When already ill, if reflexology is done on the feet, further toxins will be emitted into the body, and this will cause a further deterioration of health. If a fracture of broken bone condition has occurred, it would be a serious folly to administer the reflexology style of treatment, as the pain involved will stress the individual further. All in all, reflexology is safe, but always make sure to check with your doctor or reflexologist first.